is my video blog about beautiful moments I've collected through more video. Haven't done one since like December, I think. But I've been collecting some things on my phone and camera over the past months, and it's time to make another video about all of them together. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. If this is your first time watching, it's also my goal with this video blog to hear from other people what's a beautiful moment they've had, or yeah, could be something you write in the comments below, or you can, I still have to sort this out. Yeah, message me on Instagram with a photo or video you would want me to share in a future blog, and that would be great. So one of my friends, she shared with me some photos of flowers she saw coming up a few weeks ago. So here in Toronto, where I live, spring is just beginning. So things are getting green and buds are forming on the trees, and one of the most delightful things, and that's why I love that she sent me these photos. One of the most beautiful things are the little flowers appearing. So there's some daffodils. I don't know all the names. I think they're crocuses. Anyways, you'll see in these photos, there's some lovely purple, white. It's just music to my heart, or to my eyes. Anyways, so thank you for those photos, and yeah, if any of you have things you would like to share, you can write it in the comments below of this video so anyone can see, or if you'd like me to feature it on a future video, send me a message on Instagram with a photo or a link, and I can share that. Could even be like a moment and you describe it, like, I love biking. Love biking. Also, that's another nice thing that the spring's coming in Canada, because I managed to bike a bit in the winter if the roads were not snowy or icy. But biking season is more, I don't know what the word is. It's more sure. The weather is stable. So I'm happy about that. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, a beautiful moment. I was biking on just around on a nice day when things were getting warmer and, you know, people are more walking around. And there's this woman with a young girl, and the young girl, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7, she was riding her little bike, and she was so fascinated with her bike bell, like she just was ringing away. And so I'm approaching and I just start ringing my bell, and we smile at each other. I was like, oh, this is beautiful. I love it. People on bikes. So yeah, if you have a moment that made you smile, write it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Other people would love to hear it. Like, why not? Alright, so I'm gonna you'll be seeing some video clips of things I've collected on my phone camera, and I might pop back in, say a few things, or not, we'll see. Anyways, hope you enjoy it. So, I've biked past some of these buildings that are covered in this white, I don't know, tarp, and it's like there's scaffolding underneath it. There's some kind of work going on underneath, but I just think, wow, these structures are just so beautiful. How the wind especially interacts with the fabric. It's like a free piece of art. Who needs an art gallery when these beautiful things are around? So I am always quite pleased to bike past these buildings. Thank you. Last summer, I was along Lake Ontario. This is not Lake Ontario, by the way. This is just a pond. I was on the shore of Lake Ontario, and there are all these beautiful skipping stones, like thin stones, perfect for skipping. So I loaded up my bag, put it on my bike, and brought them home for a future day. So this is one of those days. Took a handful of my skipping stones, went down to this pond, and this is just wonderful. At some point I think there are some ducks splashing around, if you can see on the opposite shore. This just makes me smile. It's such a simple thing, but like throwing stones and seeing them ricochet off the water makes me so happy. Little side note here, this clip of me ironing is not to say ironing is beautiful, but the steam coming up from the work I was doing and the way the light interacted with it, I was like, I gotta capture this. So it was more that I found beautiful.
Earlier when I mentioned about the skipping stones and finding them at Lake Ontario, this is Lake Ontario, so it's much bigger for those of you who are not familiar with the lake. I've had friends from Europe come over and be like, that's not a lake, that's a sea. But it is indeed a lake, it's fresh water. This isn't where I found the skipping stones, by the way. This is another place on the lake called Scarborough Bluffs.
The same friend who texted me the photos of the purple flowers that I showed at the beginning of this blog, I forgot to mention, she also texted me this fascinating photo of a snail in a stump.
The owners of this house so kindly put a little information sheet attached to their fence about the age of this tree. I thought that was cute. However, I now forget the age of this tree. So here's a bit of weaving preparation for you. I've been working on setting up the loom over the past few weeks, and yeah, here's some clips showing how I do it. It's quite an enjoyable process, and I actually enjoy it more than when it's all set up and I can weave, because weaving can be quite monotonous, but setting up of the loom and like putting each thread where it needs to go, it just feels so alive doing it. And I think it's just the order and the mathematical part behind it that my brain loves the challenge. So I really find this quite soothing. And then after everything's threaded and put in place in the loom, the last part of the preparation is tying all the threads to a perfect tension. And that can take some time, so I have to kind of tap my hand along the warp. If there's something that's too loose, and I tighten it a bit. And here's what it looks like when it's all tied. And now I can start weaving.
So one of the things I like to do is people watch. I don't know if there are others of you who like to people watch, but I like to. And I also love to bike watch. So watching people on their bikes. Sometimes I'll sit on my front porch and just watch the different kind of cyclists, parents with their children, people by themselves, driving through the rain, and each cyclist has such a unique character. So this is another day. I just sat beside a bike trail, and it was one of the first nice warm days of spring. And I was on a busy path, and there's so many different cyclists, little kids with their training wheels, city bikes, the ones people rent for like half an hour, roller skates, pushing, strollers. It's just so marvelous. I don't know if marvelous is the word, but just wonderful watching the different types of people and how they move around, how they're dressed on their bikes, how they're interacting to other people. It's such a rich thing to observe. Can anyone relate when you're taking like a video selfie mode? I don't look at the camera, I look at myself. I should really be looking there. I'll try. So there's a beautiful site in our backyard. Perfect timing, because could use a little more beauty always. So here's a look at what's happening. We have a cherry blossom tree, and the buds are just opening. And soon that tree will be full of white blossoms. It's just stunning. I just love it. It's so beautiful, and every year it's just wonderful to look at. So maybe I don't know, I might take more video or photos and post on my Instagram stories or something, because I like recording little clips of beautiful things. So keep an eye out if you follow me on Instagram, Gently Woven.